Mukupaka swamwani naini mukulila mose tamushaleka valeseka ulalilofwa valeseka ulataukwa valeseka ulanimumba kutari eko mwafunya Ebeneza kutari eko mwafunya Ebeneza kutali mulentwa laide Ebeneza kutari eko mwafunya Ebeneza
Come on, Come on, give Jesus praise in this place. Hallelujah. Do you want to praise the Lord one last time tonight? You are good and your mercy is forever. Lord, you are good and your mercy is forever. Yes, Papa, you are good and your mercy is forever. Forever, Jehovah, you are the most high. You are the most high God. Jehovah, you are the most high. You are the most high God. Jehovah, you are the most high. You are the most high. Jehovah, yeah.
It's the 29th of March, 2026. Welcome to Light TV Main News. Quote of the day. A good Samaritan is one who chooses compassion over convenience. The headlines. President Hakainde Hichilema assures peace ahead of elections, donates 200,000 kwacha to Apostolic Church in Mongu. 15-year-old girl killed by lightning in Yimba district. Chankazimba settles in. Kingston Mutandwa returns to Chipolopolo squad. With the news in detail, my name is Joel Chisompola. President Hakainde Hichilema has assured the church and the nation that Zambia will remain peaceful before, during, and after the upcoming elections. The head of state says government will continue safeguarding peace, describing it as key to sustaining national development. President Hichilema made the remarks in Mongu District during a Palm Sunday service at the New Apostolic Church Kapona congregation, where he also commended the church for its contributions to education and health services. During the service, the president donated 200,000 kwacha towards church activities and pledged additional support, including roofing materials for a school project and assistance for 2 other church building projects. New Apostolic Church Western Province lead apostle Elvis Liawali praised the president's commitment to national development. He further urged Christians to promote peace in order to foster a stable and conducive environment for all citizens. Vice President Mutale Nalumango has urged the church to take a leading role in addressing the rising use of abusive language among young people on social media. She also appealed for continued prayers for those in authority. The Vice President made the remarks at the 25th anniversary celebrations of the RCZ Railway Congregation in Kabwe. Reformed Church in Zambia Synod Moderator Patson Banda commended government for efforts to end cadarism and promote free education in the country. Reverend Banda said the United Party for National Development administration has made notable progress through the free education policy and the Enhanced Constituency Development Fund. He stressed that the church does not support any political party, but works with the government of the day.
Remember, as we used to do, because I heard that call. The desk, sir, that is minister, he remains responsible.
Yes.
We were actually calculating with him when that call was made. Thank you, Honorable. I've also mentioned that you have heard the President has made it clear, because we are serving the same constituency, the church has a right to make applications. Honorable Pili, Honorable Mshanka, where are you? The President has made it clear that CDF should also be helping the church in the projects that they apply on. I want to read this to you, that you have a right also to go into CDF, make an application for something that the CDF can support. Because you are also part of the Zambian. Let me just appreciate that your initiatives in these areas have already made a significant impact, and there is still much work to be done. By working together, we can ensure that every Zambian has access to the opportunities and resources they need. Working together, love, peace, and unity.
The Transformation Business Network has officially launched in Zambia, pledging to strengthen local businesses and accelerate economic transformation. The global entrepreneurial movement, which has trained over 25,000 entrepreneurs and helped raise more than 400 million United States dollars in capital, says its focus will be on capacity building, capital mobilization, and community development. Speaking at the launch, TBN Director of For Africa, Jacob Zikusuka, said many African businesses fell due to poor planning. He emphasized that the initiative will equip entrepreneurs with skills and structures needed to build sustainable, investment-ready enterprises. TBN aims to build a strong network of purpose-driven businesses driving economic and social change across Zambia and the continent. Zambia has recorded 7 new cholera cases in the latest 24-hour reporting period, down from 12 cases reported the previous day, according to the Zambia National Public Health Institute. The cholera outbreak, which was declared on August 5, 2025, has now accumulated 1,345 total cases and 21 deaths, with a case fatality rate of 1.6%. Health authorities report that 1,308 patients have been discharged after recovery, while 8 patients are currently admitted. A total of 376,573 people have been vaccinated against the disease. New cases were recorded in Lusaka with 3, Chivombo with 3, and Mpulungu with 1. Current admissions are mainly in Lusaka, Chivombo, Mpulungu, and Chilanga districts. The Ministry of Health says surveillance, vaccination, and response efforts are ongoing as the country continues to manage the outbreak across multiple districts. The Seventh-day Adventist Church has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting government efforts in the education sector through community development initiatives. SDA Lusaka Conference Youth Director, Pastor David Kayaya, says youths from the Chilanga Central District Mission mobilized resources to rehabilitate a community school in Linda, Lusaka. Pastor Kayaya says the initiative reflects the church's commitment to improving learning environments and supporting vulnerable learners in the community. Meanwhile, Munkolo Ward Councillor Evans Kaliko has expressed gratitude to the church on behalf of the community, describing the rehabilitation as a timely intervention and a strong example of partnership in education. The project has resulted in the refurbishment of 7 classrooms at Taonga Community School, aimed at improving teaching and learning conditions for pupils. However, school head teacher Muya Namushi has appealed for further support, particularly in addressing the shortage of desks and other learning materials. Kachimvia Member of Parliament Sande Chanda says he is pleased to report significant progress on the grading of the Luchembe-Chiwa Road, particularly the stretch from the Copper Road turnoff to Our Lady of Victory's boarding secondary school. Mr. Chanda says the works being implemented under the Constituency Development Fund are now nearing completion. He says the project has greatly improved access to the school and surrounding communities, addressing long-standing transport challenges in the area. He further notes that the intervention fulfills a commitment made to retired Reverend Edwin Mwansamulandu, Bishop of Mpika Diocese, and His Royal Highness Chief Luchembe, to prioritize the road for safer and easier movement of learners, teachers, and residents. Mr. Chanda has commended Kachimvia Town Council for effectively implementing the project and ensuring CDF resources translate into visible development. He further he adds that efforts are also underway to operationalize the local police post to strengthen security and improve service delivery in the area. We take our first set of commercials. Join me on the other side for more news.
Ready for the most anticipated talk show of the year.
Let's talk about it with Pastor Pauline. So we have been discussing foundations upon which most of the relationships are built.
Join us as we tackle the toughest social issues affecting our community, from child marriages to youth empowerment, and from gender-based violence to women empowerment, from governance to corruption, and, of course, women participation in politics, and other male-dominated industries. We will be discussing it all.
Leah, confessed it in Genesis chapter 29, verse 32. She says, God has opened my womb because he has seen my affliction. But despite that, Jacob did not love her.
Our presenter will guide the conversation, ensuring that you have a respectful and thought-provoking discussion. And you have a chance to join in on the conversation through our phone-in segment. Call us live, share your thoughts, and ask your questions. Don't miss out on this opportunity to be part of the conversation. Let's talk about it. Every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on CBC TV. Don't miss.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. We continue with the news. A 15-year-old girl of Nimba district in Eastern Province has died after being struck by lightning. The incident occurred around 13 hours yesterday at Kapusa village under Chief Ndake. Eastern Province Police Commanding Officer Robertson Mwemba confirmed the development, stating that the victim has been identified as Jennifer Muluvisha. Police say the teenager was removing clothes from a drying line when it started raining, and lightning struck her, leaving her unconscious. Mr. Mwemba explained that a report was filed by Joseph Tembo, who alerted authorities after the incident. The victim was later pronounced dead upon arrival at Nimba District Hospital. Officers who visited the scene observed burns on the chest and both hands. The body has since been deposited in the hospital mortuary, awaiting post-mortem. Authorities are urging members of the public to take extra precautions during thunderstorms. Police on the Copperbelt province have arrested a 33-year-old woman in connection with the destruction of a statue of the Virgin Mary valued at 60,000 kwacha at St. Teresa Mission Catholic Parish in Ibenga Mpongwe District. Copperbelt Province Police Commanding Officer Mwala Yui has confirmed the arrest of Sophie Banza of Gondwe Village, who is facing a charge of malicious damage to property. The incident occurred around 06:30 hours last Sunday on 22nd March 2026 when a parish priest, Father Barnabas Kasonde, reportedly heard a loud bang inside the church and rushed to investigate. He is said to have found the suspect repeatedly smashing the statue on the floor until it was completely destroyed. Police from Masaiti Police Station later apprehended the suspect, and the docket has since been opened. Eyewitnesses claim the woman said she had been instructed by God to destroy the statue, insisting she was acting on divine orders. Investigations into the matter are ongoing. An aspiring UPND Kafue Town Council chairperson candidate, Vena Zulu, has called for structured business categorization to enhance women's participation in economic development. Speaking during a high tea event for women in business held at Malborn Green Lodge in Greenfield yesterday, Ms. Zulu emphasized the need to clearly define business stages, from startups to enterprises operating between 5 to 10 years. She noted that categorizing businesses into sectors such as the food industry, trade, and emerging enterprises will help attract investment and improve growth. Ms. Zulu also stressed the importance of addressing taxation, pricing, and access to technology, saying these are key to empowering women in business. Disability rights advocate and special educational teacher, Ms. Glory Mutale, has called on parents across Zambia to stop hiding children living with disabilities, saying the practice denies them basic human rights. Ms. Mutale says children with disabilities are entitled to education, healthcare, social life, freedom of movement and expression. She warns that denying them access to these services amounts to discrimination and a violation of their rights. She adds that such children have the potential to become doctors, teachers, actors, or even national leaders if given equal opportunities. Ms. Mutale further explains that disability can result from conditions such as premature birth, meningitis, accidents, or stroke, stressing that it's not anyone's fault. She is urging society to embrace inclusion and ensure children with disabilities are allowed to live with dignity and equal opportunity. Minister of Tourism and Livingstone Member of Parliament Rodney Malindi Sikumba has called on secretaries and administrative professionals to enhance professionalism, technology, and artificial intelligence to remain relevant in the modern workplace. Mr. Sikumba was speaking at the Zambia Institute of Secretaries workshop in Livingstone, where he emphasized that professionalism remains key to building trust and maintaining institutional integrity. He urged participants to adopt modern technologies, including artificial intelligence, noting that these tools can help improve efficiency and transform administrative roles into more strategic positions. Mr. Sikumba added that embracing innovation will not only enhance individual careers, but also contribute to national development. We take our second break. On the other side, join me for sports and international news.
Wakotirisha mwana akali muono 13 years
imakangopeza chance pokambana
inabokita ne kunyumba from this plastic here trial main also stand up
ndawaneo panopang'anda nisuke mbale nitape manzi nitwenge mwana omulye tushonile wewe utufa mwasera lema tufere wewe wa mwana wewe.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. We continue with the news. In sports news, the Chipolopolo team has continued building momentum in camp as preparations intensify ahead of their international friendly against Argentina. Forward Chankazimba, who has received his first call-up to the national team, says he has settled in well and credits his teammates for making his transition smooth. He adds that the camp atmosphere is positive, with players fully focused on the big challenge ahead. Austria-based striker Kingston Mutandwa, who has returned to the squad after a long absence, says the team has already started studying their opponents. Mutandwa, speaking after the first training session at the Complejo Pedro Pompilos training base of Boca Juniors, noted that watching Argentina's friendly against Mauritania last week has helped the team better understand what to expect. The Copper Bullets will be aiming for a disciplined and competitive performance when they face the world champions on Tuesday.
Really on my side, I'm really recovering. The team is recovering as well. The weather is good also, so yeah, we are really recovering. Of course, we are really talking about the game. We watched the game yesterday. Argentina versus Mauritania. Was really a good game, interesting game to watch. So of course we're discussing how we're going to play and so far. Of course Argentina, I can say they do a lot of tactics. The tactic team, they don't run. Of course they have many old players. So as for us, I think we just need to adapt to any tactical that they use. Of course they'll change a lot of things. To see the game that they played yesterday, of course they'll have a different tactic against us, so we just need to prepare for anything that they will bring against us. Of course Zambia is my home. Of course I feel comfortable. Many of the guys, I know them, some of them I've played with them before, so I think there's nothing that I can say, so I'm really comfortable.
You know, it took quite a while, but we're happy to be here safely, and we had a good training session today, so we're feeling good. Yeah, the experience has been good. It's different. So obviously playing in Scotland, but the boys have been very good, very welcoming. I knew Patson from quite a while ago, playing against him, and I've made a relationship with Fashion as well, which has been good. So all of them are really nice. Even Kingston, I flew in with him, so we have a connection there. But everyone's very nice.
The Confederation of African Football has been plunged into uncertainty after its General Secretary, Vernon Mosenga Omba, announced his resignation. Mosengo Omba says he is retiring, but his exit comes amid a turbulent period following controversies surrounding the stripping of Senegal's 2025 Africa Cup of Nations title at the last minute postponement of the women's tournament. The developments have triggered a crisis of confidence with African football's governing body, with questions raised over leadership and decision-making. In his statement, Mosengo Omba said he lives with peace of mind after dispelling suspicions against him, insisting he is stepping away from CAF in a stronger state. He had faced criticism over tenure extensions beyond retirement age and allegations of a toxic workplace environment, though investigations cleared him of wrongdoing. CAF has not yet named his replacement. In international news, Pope Leo XIV has strongly condemned world leaders involved in wars, saying God rejects the prayers of those with hands full of blood. Addressing tens of thousands of worshippers during Palm Sunday Mass in St. Peter's Square at the Vatican, the Pope described the ongoing global conflicts, including the war in Iran, as atrocious. He said Jesus Christ, whom he referred to as the King of Peace, cannot be used to justify war, adding that God does not listen to the prayers of those who wage conflict. Quoting scripture, the Pope said, "Even though you make many prayers, I will not listen. Your hands are full of blood," which are seen as one of the strongest remarks on the messages on the war so far. Although he did not name specific leaders, Pope Leo has recently intensified calls for an immediate ceasefire, warning that civilians in the Middle East are suffering the consequences of the ongoing conflict. He further urged the world to embrace peace, saying Jesus did not defend himself or engage in violence, but instead chose sacrifice over war. The Vatican continues to call for an end to hostilities as the conflict enters its second month. Here is the weather forecast for today, Sunday 29th March 2026. In eastern, Muchinga, northern, Luapula, Copperbelt, and northwestern provinces, including the eastern parts of central provinces, the evening will be mainly cloudy and warm to mild, with isolated rain and occasional thunderstorms expected. In western, southern, and Lusaka provinces, including the western parts of central province, the evening will be partly cloudy, slightly windy, and warm to mild, with a chance of rain in some areas. Residents are advised to remain alert for possible isolated thunderstorms in affected areas. Looking ahead to Monday, rainfall activity is expected over the northern and eastern half of the country. This forecast is produced by the Zambia Meteorological Department, Ministry of Green Economy and Environment. That note brings us to the end of the main news. But before we go, a recap of the headlines. President Hakainde Hichilema assures peace ahead of elections. Donates 200,000 kwacha to Apostolic Church in Mongu. 15-year-old girl killed by lightning in Nyimba district. Chankazimba settles in. Kingston Mutandwa returns to Chipolopolo squad. And Veron Mosengo Omba resigns as CAF General Secretary amid AFCON fallout. Thank you for tuning in. Stay inspired.